Well. Good afternoon / evening, West Ham fans. Fabrizio Romano has just spoken about our top transfer targets. But who are they? Yes, everybody, Russell West Ham Network. Hope you're safe and well. Happy Saturday. Hope your Saturday's going well. Hope you're enjoying some. Let's put all the Christmas decoration, do all the cleaning today. But the West Ham news never stops, does it? Anton did a little show this afternoon about Antonio and another injury. He fell over, tripped over his own shoelace, whatever, and is out for another couple of weeks, which is a shame. So I'd earmarked him as a, real potentially good starter for tomorrow's game. We had we had Ben from Robins on Tour this morning talking about the game. It's there. They've had something having like 9,000 Bristolians travelling across to Stratford tomorrow, which is their second highest away following ever in their history, which is mental. But anyway, let's talk about transfers. We're 6 days into the transfer window. That's it. That's what it's called, Russ. Fabrizio Romano, as we know, is always a relatively reliable source of information. He's probably one of the most respected transfer journalists out there. We did a great show with Ellis on away days and talking about football shirts. Go and check that out. It's really good. And he has spoken about West Ham's top transfer targets. And he has revealed, and it's not really too much of a surprise, but he's revealed he could be going back to Ajax to take another one of their players, having already taken Mohamed Kudus, having already taken Edson Alvarez. It looks like we're going back there, and we're going to be going for Steven Bergwijn, who's a guy we've spoken about several times before. But the Italian journalist reported that the Hammers have him on their list, on one of their top targets this month, and we need to find the budget to complete a deal for him. By all accounts, he shared that the Irons will need to sell first, as we know, but also other Premier League sides and Saudi clubs are interested in Bergwijn before the end of the month. His actually tweet was, understand Steven Bergwijn is one of the top targets for West Ham in the January transfer window, in case they will be able to find budget after outgoings. I'm sure we will. We know about Bergwijn. He was at Spurs a couple of years ago, struggled, I think, to be fair, went back to Ajax with a lot to prove. He struggled back, he had a dreadful start of the season for his club, but things have turned round for him ahead of a potential exit, ironically. He's still got a couple of years left of his contract, but I think he's 20. I think he's 26. Can play, a couple of positions, but most notably, obviously, on the wing is what he's best known as. Currently, this season, he's played 13 games and 7 goals and 2 assists in the Eredivisie. So, 9 goal contributions in 13 games, 4 yellow cards as well. But yeah, 26. And obviously, he was previously at PSV before he went to Spurs, and then went back to the Eredivisie with Ajax in 2022. For me, it's if the money's right, if we can get him for a decent price, I think it's a great shout. He's 26. We know what he's predominantly a left winger. That's what we need. We've got the right side covered. Obviously, Ajax have done well for us so far. The lines of communication will still be open well between us and them, having obviously Kudus for an absolute steal, Edson Alvarez for an absolute steal. We know that Ajax would be reluctant to sell him, but everyone has a price, really, and they are in not massive financial trouble, but they could do with selling someone maybe to keep the books going. even the books up a little bit, and maybe Stephen could be it. He can also play on the right wing and play centre forward as well. So you've got the potential of, but maybe a Bergwijn, Bowen, Caduce front three with Paqueta behind potentially. Um, yeah, I mean, he's right footed, so he's being an inverted left winger. You've got Bowen on the right, who's a inverted left winger, so to speak. He's more left footed. You got Caduce there. It would be really, really exciting. He would definitely be an upgrade if we could sell someone like Ben. If Ben Rama we could sell him for 20 million, I think you probably could get Bergwijn for about 20 million as well, based on you know roughly what his market value is at the moment. And I mean, he's been capped 30 something times, 32 times by Holland. He's got about 8 or 9 goals for them as well. Yeah, his contract doesn't run out until 2027, so he will be commanding a fair value for him. But I think it's good. He has played in the Europa League, but I don't think that matters after the last, sort of when we go into the knockout stages. I think you can still play for, it's just not like the FA Cup or whatever, your cup tie for the whole tournament. I think you can bring players in, they can still play. So, again, not massive issue, because obviously we don't play again in the Europa League until March. And by then, fingers crossed, everyone's back from the AFCONs and everyone's healthy and everyone's fit. So it's not so much of a bind. But yeah, let me know what you think. Obviously, he didn't have a great time at Spurs. And went back to Eredivisie to try and recapture his form. I mean, as I said, he's 13 games so far, 7 goals, 2 assists in a side which hasn't been playing very well in terms of Ajax. Ajax pretty much around the bottom for most of the season, and the fans have been rioting and stuff like that. They found a bit more form to get themselves up the table a little bit. But would you be happy with that? Would you be happy with a Ben Rama Bergwijn swap? Not obviously in sort of that sort of Ben Rama for Bergwijn, but obviously if we sold Ben Rama and bought in Stephen Bergwijn, would you be happy with that? Let me know in the comments below, and keep an eye on the channel. We'll have match day morning tomorrow morning. I'll get up bright and early for you ahead of the third round tie against Bristol City at London Stadium. 9,000 Bristolians will be descending on London's stadium, so it's going to be a hell of a game, a hell of an atmosphere, and we'll be there bright and early to just get a feel for it. Although there's no bugger there apart from me anyway at 8 o'clock in the morning. But make sure you keep an eye on the channel. Make sure you hit the bell notification as well, so you know when we go live. We'll also have the predicted 11 tomorrow, as well as the watch along, and as well as after the game, myself and Anton will be reviewing it, and I'll be walking around the stadium. If you see me, grab me, say hello, maybe go and have a few words on camera and stuff at the same time. And that's it. Take care. Stay safe. Stay warm. Stay humble. Keep the faith, my friends. Enjoy a Saturday night curry. Don't know what I got tonight. Don't know what I fancy. Obviously, kebab Friday, naturally. Double kebab, maybe. Maybe I could have a kebab. I don't know. Anyway, let me know what you think I should have. Take care. Stay safe. Much love.